fear of failure never goes away. I get that. I'm sympathetic to that. That fear is always in the back of my mind. But the thing that you should really fear is not failure, but a lack of action. Because you will miss out on so many things if you live your life in fear. The fear of failure holds so many of us back from achieving what we want. Fear of failure prevents us from sitting and dreaming and thinking about what is it that we really want to do. Fear of failure keeps us in the same spot. It keeps us complacent, all right? And I'm sympathetic to that. So many of us let fear rule our lives. And we know that we shouldn't be living with fear. We know we shouldn't be living with fear of failure. And so we feel empty or broken inside. Or maybe we just tell ourselves, that's just the way things are. That's just how it has to be. That's part of growing up. And maybe we blame it on our circumstances rather than what it really is. Our lack of action is being blamed on our circumstances rather than the fear of failure, the real root cause of why we aren't taking action. We think to ourselves, what if I try to get healthy and it doesn't work? What if I go try to get my dream job and I fail? What if it falls through? What if I really want to ask out this super cool guy or girl, but I'm nervous that they're going to say no? And I understand that fear, but that fear will never go away. Even with the most action-taking, awesome, successful people, that fear is still there, always in the back of their head. Or so I hear. It's certainly in the back of my head all the time, okay? But the thing that scares me more than the fear of failure, and the thing that should scare you more than the fear of failure, is the fear of what would happen if you don't take action. So let me tell you a quick story. Since I was 16, I wanted to be a physical therapist. I went to UAB for undergrad, got done in 4 years very successfully, started physical therapy school in January 2016, just last year. During my time as an undergrad student at UAB, I started steel strength training. But my intention was that it would just be a side gig until I got out of school. I never intended for this to be my full-time job. But as school went on last year in 2016 in physical therapy school, I just realized that I love business, I love training. I wanted to feel like I'm growing something, and that's something a business would provide for me, and I just didn't enjoy school. There was nothing wrong with the physical therapy profession. I've got friends in physical therapy, and it's a great profession. But I realized it doesn't satisfy my needs, my wants, and it's not the best use of my gifts and talents. So I talked to a lot of people about it, I talked to my wife about it, and I prayed about it. And I stepped out in faith. I quit school at the end of December when I finished my 3rd semester, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going back, I'm gonna run my business full time, okay? I knew the numbers, I knew what I needed to accomplish, but I didn't know if it would work out. And believe me, I was terrified. But the thing that I was terrified more of was staying in school, being miserable, graduating with a ton of debt, and have a job that I didn't enjoy. And so I jumped ship and I ran with it. And the thing that I've learned is your dreams can happen. So let me tell you, as someone looking back over the last 6 months, here's what I would have lost had I given in to the fear of failure. Had I not thought about the fear of what would happen if I didn't take action, if I didn't think that way, here's what I would have lost. Number 1, Shelby would not be able to stay home with the baby. All right, number 2, I would not be able to set my own schedule. I'm able to be home every mid-morning and every afternoon with Shelby and Grayson, and that is such a blessing. I'm currently able to work with 60 amazing women that I would not have had the opportunity to meet because I was only working with about 12 last year, all right? And for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm maximizing my gifts and talents, and I feel like my personality is perfectly suited for what I do. I love what I do. I'm so stoked. This morning, I got up at 4:40 a.m. so I could go to Starbucks at 5 a.m. and write you an email. And if you're not on my email list, get on that email list so you can get inspired to get healthy and change your body, your health, and your lifestyle. All right? So here's the thing. The fear of failure never goes away. I get that. I'm sympathetic to that. That fear is always in the back of my mind. But the thing that you should really fear is not failure, but a lack of action. Because you will miss out on so many things if you live your life in fear. And I hope this inspires you to go out there and crush it. Go achieve your dreams. Go out there, and you're gonna fail sometimes, but get back up and keep crushing it. Keep getting after it, because I can promise you, your life is gonna be so much more fulfilling, rewarding, and exciting when you pursue your dreams, you pursue your passions, and you lay it all on the line. Failure is always an option, but But success is right around the corner, and I really believe that if you follow your dreams, follow your passions, and pour your heart into it, you're going to get there. Oh, and drink some coffee along the way, it'll help.